Walked out of an interview and thought to yourself, I really stuffed that up. I wish I could have the opportunity to answer that question again because I've really got the experience. I've just remembered how my experience and my skills and my achievements have delivered results that's relevant to the question that I just mucked up. I wish that room, I could have been swallowed up by the room because I really paused too long in an interview when I didn't have an answer ready. If you've been in those situations, interviews are one of the toughest things, I think, to really do well in the job search process or in looking at career change process. Hi, my name's Rod Steele. I'm known as the Career Change Strategist and Mentor, and I've worked with hundreds of people just like you, helping them and coaching them to improve and dramatically improve their performance in interviews. Let's face it, an interview is a very foreign, a very unnatural thing for many of us to go to. We do our jobs, we do them well, and yet when it comes to selecting us for the new positions, an interview is a very important process, and we're thrown into a very foreign environment. In this interview, I've got 3 simple strategies that can help you to really improve your performance. And my first strategy is to learn to breathe better. By that I mean we need to set aside some time prior to the interview where you're just 3 times a day for a couple of minutes, either sitting or standing with your eyes open, because remember, this is not meditation. You're just going to practice breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, if you can, quietly, evenly, but deeper than you probably normally would because you've stopped and you're concentrating. To develop this skill will make a big difference to you in interviews, because if you're breathing correctly, and I'm talking about in the pauses or when someone's talking to you or as you're sitting there and the interview begins, if you're able to breathe correctly, it will help you be much more present in the interview, to be calmer and to be yourself. This sounds corny to some, but the better you feel about yourself, the more confident you will be, and the better you'll perform in the interview. And of course, you'll be yourself. I always say to people, the best interviews of all are like a conversation rather than an inquisition. And a strategy to help you in this is to learn to breathe properly before you get in. It'll help your voice, it'll help your posture, your physiology, the things that are really judged at an unconscious level when someone's sitting across the table or the desk from us in an interview. My second strategy is again a very simple one. We need to practice. But I want to suggest to you that practice is not just sitting at the interview or before the interview, getting onto the internet and looking at the most common questions or most difficult questions and working out your own answers. You should do that anyway, but you need to take it to a next level. And that is to get somebody who's supportive, to play the role of an interviewer, to actually ask you questions, if you like, under the spotlight in a mock role-playing situation. And if you're open to it, put the camera on, put your phone on and video it. You get really good feedback about your voice, your physiology, your posture, use of your hands, whether you're fidgeting. Those sorts of things can make a big difference. And if you get that feedback and you're answering questions under a mock but as close as you can real-life situation, it will really help you improve. And my third tip, again, is quite simple, and that is most people don't really know how to finish an interview. They will ask what the next stages are. They might say thank you for the interview. Hopefully that they will when they all shake hands and it's time to go. I'm suggesting that you, before that moment, you state your case as to why you're the best person for the job. And you simply say, thank you very much for your time. I've really enjoyed talking with you, learning more about this position. I'd like you to know I believe I'm the best person for this role. I'm well suited to it because you put in your reasons why, which are all related to your experience, your skills, what you've actually delivered in the past, which is what they're looking for in terms of results. And then you smile and you say you're really looking forward to the next stage of the process and you'd really like to come and work for your organisation. And of course you put it in your own words here, because that's really important, to be yourself. At that third strategy, you're at least putting the case forward as to why you're the best person and why you're interested in this position. And I think it makes a difference. Enthusiasm is still something that's highly regarded. Yes, we have to have the skills and all of those, the experience, but we also need to be interested and to show our interest. Anyway, they're my 3 quick tips. If you'd like more information, you can contact me at my website, www.lumagy.com.au, which will be coming up on the screen, or you can contact me through LinkedIn, if you're watching this on LinkedIn, through my profile. Or finally, I'm running a workshop on the 2nd of April here in the Melbourne CBD, and the workshop's called Get That Job and the Career You Really Want. And one of the many areas I'm going to talk about in this workshop is interview practice and interview preparation to help you get that job.